Hello, welcome to an SEO and optimization in Show It 101 video. In this video, we're going to go through your SEO settings, where you can change and update some SEO settings, and pretty much just how to keep all that in line so the Google robots love you and you stay on the good side of the search engines and increase your ranking so you can get more clients through Google, right? And that's what we're all looking for. Um, so there are a few places that you can update and kind of optimize for SEO, and I'm going to walk through as many as I can. But really, before I get into that, a good portion of your SEO is really going to come down to how you write your content. So included in your purchase comes an SEO workbook. If you're not too familiar with SEO, I definitely recommend going through that workbook and doing the exercises so you know exactly what you're going to put in these settings, and also so you can write SEO optimized content. Because if the Google robots don't really find any helpful content or fresh content on your website, they're going to have a hard time, or they're going to just not at all show your site to people who are Googling for certain things that may actually be related to your site. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to how do you write your content and the words that you use in the content that you write. And this comes down to your website content, like the copy that's on your homepage, and also the copy that goes into your blog post. At the end of the day, it's really going to come down to best practices on how you actually write. So in the SEO workbook, I go through that, and I go through how to keep things clean and how to keep things as optimized as possible at every turn so you can truly put yourself in the best position when it comes to upping your ranking, right? So once you get your content good and filled with SEO words and optimized, I'm going to walk through and show it the places where you can update some keywords and some descriptions and things like that to make sure that your site has a very good foundation for your ranking and for your to show up in actual search results in Google. All right, so the first one that we're going to do, I truly suggest setting up a Google Analytics account. So when you get that set up, what you'll do is you'll go to your site settings, and then in third party, here's where you're going to put your ID. And your ID, everybody has their own. It's unique, and it's going to be in your Google Analytics account. So you'll just paste it in there and you'll save. Next, I suggest going through each page and setting up your page title, your meta descriptions, and your meta keywords. So you can click on a page, go to SEO settings, and if you have any questions, you can press this little question mark right here and learn more about SEO, and they can give you some more. Show It wrote an article where they can give you some more information as to how many characters you should put in the page title, basically how many letters, and how many words are optimal for your meta descriptions and your meta keywords and things like that. But this is where you would put these things. So I truly do highly recommend, 200% recommend going through every single page that's on your website and creating and adding in these things for the pages themselves, right? So actually on the page, you can set SEO kind of like descriptors or properties. So every single piece of written content should be labeled or should be assigned a certain type of text property and Show It. So let's click this big block of text right here. So we clicked it, and we're going to go to text properties. And then under advanced, you have a text tag. So every single piece of written content on your website, we're even talking about the navigation links, should have a text tag applied to it. And this one has an H2. You can set your H3s, your navigation. These are probably going to be for your, not probably, these are for your navigation links in your header and in your footer. paragraph, this little P, this is for paragraph text, so this would be labeled paragraph like it is. And then there's also div. I don't really use the div one too much. If anything, I'll just set it as paragraph text because that is kind of a little bit lower on the totem pole when it comes to hierarchy. But you can set the div for text that really shouldn't be paid attention to by Google. So if this is any text that's like a view more or click here, things like that that really don't have anything to do with content, or it doesn't really have anything to do with like your brand, and it doesn't have any like keywords in it, and it's really just like kind of directional, or really just little pieces of small text that really don't matter. You can use div, or you can use paragraph, which is what I kind of use. So now, since we're in this, here is a tip, and it's something that I definitely live and breathe by. Every single page on your website should only have one H1 tag. So, because it's like a hierarchy. So you can only have one H1 because when Google robots are searching your page and crawling through your page, they pay heavy attention to H1s. They see those as being very high on the totem pole, and they pay attention to those the most out of everyone. And I've read from a lot of SEO articles and books and things that I've gone through to learn more about SEO that to keep things clean, only have one H1 on your site at a time. If you have once you use your one H1 for your site, everything else should be either an H2 or an H3 or any of the other H's below. Show It only really lets you go from H2 to H3. In other platforms, or if you're making a site from scratch, just a little caveat, you can go down to H6, I believe. But Show It only gives you 1 through 3, which is pretty standard, and it's good. It's what you need. So I wouldn't worry about it. But go through and set a text tag for every single thing. So you see I have a bunch of H2s. That's an H2. Here's a paragraph. Here's another H2, another paragraph. And you're just sending signals to search engines that this is a paragraph content, and you should search it. Or here's an H2. You should index it first or look at it first. You're really just telling Google the structure of your of this page from top to bottom and what information matters the most. That's at the top. That's probably your H1s. And what information matters, but it's not that high on the totem pole like your paragraph text or your P text tags. So that's how that goes. I also suggest for your images to set the SEO title. So you see how this is just Brooke Cagle, yada, yada, yada. I got this image from Unsplash. Definitely go in there and change that. Put like, if your brand it's called Brandalicious. Brandalicious by Mandy. Put in there Brandalicious by Mandy .jpg, or just that, and make that your SEO title. So if anybody searches for Brandalicious, this will help Google be like, oh, there's an image on this one web page and the SEO title has the word Brandalicious in it. Maybe that's what she's looking for. And that's how that will work. Go through all of your images and give them an SEO title and give them a description. Another reason why you should do this is because it helps with screen readers. So for those of us who are visually impaired, when they're searching the web, obviously they won't be able to see the images. They have a screen reader, and the screen reader will actually read either the SEO title, or may even read the description out loud to that person to describe to them what the image looks like that they're looking at. So I definitely set it for SEO, and it has like multiple purposes, but definitely go through that with your images. It's really helpful to other people. And that's pretty much it, I believe, for SEO. Make sure you go through all of your page settings, go through your site settings, and make sure you update any titles, any text tags, any descriptions that you can, so you can keep that clean and keep yourself competitive when it comes to showing up in the Google search engines.